In this tutorial, you will learn how to use your 3D RHINO model as a reference to modify the Toposolid in your Revit. For the purpose of this tutorial, I modeled a building on our project site. I also created a rudimentary site plan as a reference when modifying the Revit Toposolid. This model is only meant as a guide so I can show you the workflow and process to transfer your studio project from RHINO to Revit. First thing you will need to do is open your ARC 500 Studio project model in RHINO. Go to Top View. Make sure you only have the necessary geometry on. For me, it's the site design, building geometry, and grids. As you can see, I also have the plot CAD file superimposed into the model as a guide when transferring in Revit. Turn off the annotation and text in the CAD file and other unnecessary geometry in your RHINO file. Select all the geometry you want to reference. Type Make 2D in the command bar. This will give a dialog box. Select View from Projection. In the options, select Maintain Source Layer. Make sure Hidden Lines is checked. Also check Group Output. Make sure to change the layer name. For me, I'm going to name my layer Reference Drawing from RHINO. Then click OK. As you notice, the 2D drawings are placed offset from the 3D model. Go back to the 3D model and make sure you know where the origin in your model. We will use this as a reference once we move between Revit and RHINO and vice versa. Best way to find out is to create a polyline. Then type 00. This will show you in your model what geometry is the origin. This is important once we establish a workflow between RHINO and Revit. In my case, the origin is the center of the oculus in the building and also the origin of the grids. What I'm going to do is hide all the model elements in RHINO except the Make 2D layer, which I name Reference Drawing from RHINO. Then in the Reference Drawing layer, right-click, select Sublayer Object, type Move, select Point to Move From, in my case, the center of the oculus, and the intersection of the grids, then type 00. Now the Make 2D drawing should be in the same origin as the 3D model in RHINO. Next, select all the 2D projection we just created. Go to File, select Export with Origin, type 00. Rename your file. For me, I'll just use the same layer name, which is Reference Drawing from RHINO. In the Type option, select AutoCAD Drawing, DWG file. Click Save. Then it will give us a dialog box asking the export scheme. For now, let's select Default. Click OK. Now let's import the CAD file we just exported from RHINO. Insert tab, Link CAD. For position, you can select whichever works for your project. In this tutorial, I will select Manual Origin Positioning for now. Click Open. Align the CAD file to the Toposolid in Revit. You might need to change the graphic view into a wireframe so that you can see the CAD. You can also temporarily move the CAD height so that you can see the CAD when adjusting its location. Go to an elevation view. Make sure you have the CAD selected. Then click anywhere, then type a distance. I'll just type 100 feet. After adjusting the height of the linked CAD file, let's delete unnecessary geometry in CAD. You can do that in the import instance. You can also directly edit the CAD. I'll go ahead and edit the CAD file directly. You can also do this in RHINO file before exporting to CAD. Either way, you only need to preserve the site area. Save the edits you just made. Then let's go back to Revit. In the Insert tab, click the Manage Link, CAD Format, select the CAD file we just edited, click Reload, and then click OK. Because we linked the CAD file instead of import, the CAD file should update any changes we just made to the actual CAD file. Try your best to align the site. You can use the satellite map as a reference, so change the graphic view to realistic. Since the CAD file we have is not an actual survey from a civil engineer, there's going to be an issue with tolerance in the drawings. For homework 3, we can just do our best to align the drawings to the model, so that we can use the RHINO model you created from last semester as reference to create a 3D model and documentation of your studio project in Revit. Now let's edit the Toposolid using the 2D reference we imported from RHINO. The first thing to do is create an excavation using void forms. For my site, I will excavate the Toposolid to create a basketball court. Go to the Architecture tab, Model in Place, select Site, give your component a reasonable name. I'm just going to name mine Void Object Basketball Court. Select Void, pick Lines, then select the boundary of the basketball court from the CAD reference. Then cut the Toposolid using the void. Let's further refine the excavation. Go to an elevation view. I'll go ahead and select South. Now let's create a slab for our basketball court. Go to Architecture tab, select Floor, Architectural Floor. Again, pick lines to use the CAD reference. When you're done, click Finish Edit Mode. Now adjust the other site elements using the same technique and process. After you modify the Toposolid, the next thing we will need to do is create grid lines. This will help us place the structural model in our site in Revit. Let's go to a working site view. Since I included the grids in the CAD reference I extracted from RHINO, all I need to do is go to the Architecture tab, in Datum, select Grid, pick Lines, select the grid reference in Sequence. You might have to adjust the grids in your drafting views. Notice that when you select the grid, there is an icon which you can click to toggle between 3D and 2D extent. What that means is that if the 3D is selected in the grid, let's select grid 1 for example, and then let's go to a 3D view. You can see that the grid 1 and its extent in the 3D view. But if you have the 2D extent selected in the grid, it only adjusts the grid in that specific plan view instead of a 3D view. So make sure to keep that in mind when adjusting grids and levels in Revit. Now that we have the grid established in Revit, let's start to transfer the studio project you have in RHINO. But since our CAD, RHINO, and Revit files doesn't share coordinates in our project, we will need to establish a shared origin. There are multiple ways you can do this. One option is you can export a DW file from Revit and import to RHINO to establish a shared origin. But in this tutorial, I'm going to use the plugin RHINO inside Revit. If you need help installing and getting started in RHINO inside Revit, I linked the tutorial in the description below. For this tutorial, we will go the opposite direction, Revit to RHINO, to make sure that when we import our RHINO model, it will be in the same origin. In Revit, go to RHINO inside Revit tab, launch RHINO and Grasshopper. In the model, select Query Grid. As you can see in the RHINO model, the grid we created in Revit appears. So right-click the grid component in Grasshopper, select Bake. Now the grid geometry is embedded in RHINO. We will use that grid as a guide to align our RHINO 3D model. So let's save the RHINO file we just created. Open your RHINO model with the grids we just extracted from Revit. Import your project RHINO model. But before you import, make sure you created a new RHINO model with just the model categories assigned to its own layer. It's also important that the geometry you are transferring from RHINO to Revit is properly modeled. For my RHINO model, I only have the glulam beams, walls, and roof saved and placed on its own layer category. I also included the RHINO grid so I can align the model to the grids we just extracted from Revit. Save the combined RHINO file. Then let's go back to Revit. Click RHINO Inside tab. Open the RHINO file we just combined. Then launch Grasshopper. Now let's go ahead and start transferring the architectural model that you have in RHINO into Revit. In the geometry in Grasshopper, select VERB. Right-click the component. For me, I'm going to select multiple VERBs. In RHINO inside Revit, right-click on the layer you want to import. I will import the structural element for my model for now. And if you go to Revit, make sure you're in the 3D view. Now you can see that the glulam are placed in the proper location. However, you will not be able to interact with this geometry yet in Revit. We will need to do a few more steps. In Grasshopper, direct shape, select the direct shape geometry component. Then connect the VERB component to the geometry. Right now, the geometry we imported is just a generic model in Revit. So let's add information into that geometry. Again, in the direct shape, select direct shape categories component. I'm going to select structural framing for my glulam components. Then I'm going to plug that to categories. Copy the definition that we just created in Grasshopper. Repeat the same process to the other architectural element that you will need to translate from RHINO to Revit. And that concludes this tutorial. In the next video, we will go further exploring RHINO inside Revit and adding more information to the geometry we just transferred into Revit.